It's Friday. Sun is shining, the rain is coming down, both at the same time. There's blue sky to my left, dark grey sky to my right. It's cold, it's bright, it's beautiful. It's a day of complication, and I've got a lot of work to do. Now, you see, I'm a big reader. I like reading. I read everything: factual books, novels, blah, 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 everything. Usually have two or three books going at the same time. And I've read some of the really big novels. I like really big novels. And two of the most powerful, life-changing books I've ever read, Thomas Mann's Magic Mountain and Thomas Mann's Dr. Faustus, uh, both contain passages of extraordinarily boring writing. Magic Mountain, the whole central section to me was unbelievably dull. But it's one of the greatest books I've ever read. Life-changingly good, genuinely, to me. The images from the Magic Mountain echo through my mind regularly. And the boring passages in those books were necessary to achieve their shattering, life-changing conclusions. I listen to big pieces of music. I'm not averse to a 25-minute jazz track or an hour and 20 minutes of classical symphony, or even Hans Richter's, whatever it is, 12 or 13 hours sleep. What's it called? Sleep? Piece of music? I don't know. Goes on forever. I've listened to it all the way through a number of times. Again, bits of it are quite boring. That's just necessary for the piece to achieve its effect. And I would suggest that the same is true for us in life. We get somehow in this society told that everything's got to be exciting all the time, have the best life all the time. Oh, look, my mobile phone, I make amazing pictures. Everything's wonderful. Every day is the best possible day in my entire life. Oh, isn't everything wonderful? Bullshit. Sorry, that's bullshit. Things are sometimes dull. Sometimes you just got to knuckle down and get on with stuff. Sometimes there's nothing very interesting on the horizon, and you have to just keep going from day to day. Sometimes the work is hard. If you want to change and you want to work with me as a coach, it's not all going to be amazing revelation, amazing revelation. Some of it's going to be, let's do this now, let's try that. And you're going to go, I'm not sure I want to. And you're going to go, well, that's just how it is. You simply have to do the work. Nothing else for it. So how do we deal with boredom? Well, first of all, we recognize that boring passages of time are necessary. And secondly, I use the 8th of my 8 principles of presence, which is pursue pleasure, not have fun. I mean, I like having fun, but the principle is not have fun. The principle is hunt for pleasure, hunt for enjoyment, hunt for the thing that makes what you're doing worth doing. When you're bored, hunt for your enjoyment within the thing that you find boring. Now, there's an irony, because of course, if you find the thing that you enjoy within your boredom, it's no longer boring. In fact, it's enjoyable. So does this mean that I'm actually contradicting myself? No, well, possibly. I frequently contradict myself, but I don't think so. Because I don't think our job is to avoid boredom. I think our job is to say there is always going to be boring things to do, boring times of life. Embrace them, investigate them, and understand that they are an essential element of the glorious moments of achievement, the glorious breakthroughs, the happiest times. None of those things exist without putting in place the groundwork, which is frequently quite dull. Doesn't mean we can't enjoy ourselves while we're doing dull things, but we do have to start from saying, I embrace the dullness. So I hope your day isn't boring and I hope it isn't dull. But if you are doing stuff which is repetitive and not enormously interesting to you, embrace it. Hunt for your enjoyment within it and understand that the dull and slightly uninteresting things you do today are laying in place the groundwork for the leaping off the cliff and flying up into the sun that you will do tomorrow. May your Friday be complex and magnificent.